This past weekend, hundreds of Israelis went out onto the streets of Tel Aviv once again, protesting high prices and calling for Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to resign. They carried torches and marched, reminding people at home that the fight for social justice is not over just yet. Last summer, Israelis from all over the country took to the streets to protest the high cost of living in Israel, putting up tents on major city boulevards and making their voices heard. Every Saturday night for a few weeks in a row, mass demonstrations took place in cities across Israel, trying to form change in the country. But then the fall came along with its own developments. In September, the UN General Assembly shifted attention to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict as the Palestinians wished to declare statehood. In October's prisoner exchange deal with Hamas had captured Israeli soldier Gilad Shalit released. With all this going on, Israeli's social agenda was pushed over to the sidelines. And so in Israelis' renewed social protests this past weekend, it was what they perceived as the beginning of this upcoming summer's new revolution. Some of the topics at hand were the rise of prices of electricity and that of gas, which was raised this week despite the fact that Netanyahu stepped in to reduce the price increase for the third time this year. As this week marks the beginning of Benjamin Netanyahu's fourth year in office, the Prime Minister stated he believes his government has provided Israel with a strong security policy and a stable economy thus far. We do not control world gasoline prices, he said, referencing to the most recent complaints. Netanyahu also mentioned that for the first time in years and under his government, the number of poor people in Israel has declined. For JN1, I'm Sivan Raviv in Tel Aviv.